But what's your take on what Brady's selling us right now?
Tom Brady, at this point of his career, I think he's earned the autonomy to not show up at OTAs when they're not mandatory. Now that it's required for him to be there, he is there. It's not a good look, however, for Julian Edelman, who also trains at the TB12 facilities with Alex Guerrero, who came out with a statement distancing himself from the fact that Edelman failed the test for PEDs and is going to miss the first 4 games. That's unfortunate because when you're not there and you're working out of a different situation, but yet you're going to miss the first 4 games, this now highlights Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft's ability to say, this is why we need you in camp. And I just have to say this as an athlete. I know for public consumption, we don't care as much when football players fail tests for PEDs, but I have a big problem with those that cheat. And now Julian Edelman goes on that level of those who've got caught cheating in their sport.
I'm big on this because I couldn't disagree with you more, Jay Rose. And if it was cheating about PEDs, from a guy who's gone through countless surgeries. Now, he missed the entire season last year due to a right knee injury, okay? My thing is the NFL has to find some way to change their policy to allow players to use whatever they want to stipulate that substance to be in order for players to come back from injuries. If you're coming back from an injury and that happens to linger in your system, I think that's one thing. Now, if you're abusing a drug, I'm all for that to get an advantage on the field. But if you're trying to recover from an injury, you should be allowed to use those things until you get to a point until you're fully healthy and able to be active on the field.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Go ahead, Jalen.
Jay Williams, you cannot make excuses for individuals, whether they were injured or not, for using PEDs. Don't do that, bro.
What are you talking about? But Jalen, there's no clarification on what the PED actually was.
There are 1,300 plus people in the NFL. Each of them can say that they're dealing with some sort of injury. So you can't now give them the quantifier saying, oh, because you're in recovery, you're now allowed to use a PED. That's cheating.